Yeah.
let me ask you this: do you find with the success of Black Panther that it's easier, or that it's opening more doors currently in Hollywood?
Well, it's too early to say. Theoretically it should, but I mean, there's a lot of theoretical things that haven't gone the way that you thought.
Right.
So I mean, yeah. So we'll see, because a lot of times Hollywood treats things as a fluke because they don't, they don't want things to change sometimes. Um, so I'll see.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, exactly. Because right
yeah.
now, after that movie came out, it was like, oh, this is going to change and open the doors of everything. You're a guy who's consistently working all the time, and you're also on the tip of the tongue of every casting director, by the way. So with my company, we do a ton of independent movies. You're one of those guys that immediately comes up of, hey, grab Micheal, he'll sell really well foreign. Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, well, I've been blessed to be the catalyst for movies being sold foreign, even movies that were intended on an all-white audience, and they'll cast me just to get foreign dollars, which is a kind of a twist, because the old adage is that black characters don't sell foreign, and is not the truth, because really, action always sells overseas. It's always global. That's the reason why we know who Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jet Li and Jackie Chan are, because martial arts action is global. But we have yet to know other people from the Chinese. Like, we don't know the Chinese dramatic actors or the comedic actors or from other countries, unless they do action.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. And I see, I don't know if you see this, but I also see a lot of Chinese actors slowly being integrated into American blockbusters. I just saw the trailer for that Megalodon the other day with Jason Statham, and there's a female Chinese lead in it. So I think that's going to start happening over here as well. But a lot of people don't know you were also the very first black superhero in a movie.
Yeah, with Spawn.
With Spawn, yeah, and again, like that foreign, black people don't sell well over foreign. That's not true. Like, Denzel's also never had a problem either.
Well, it's never been true. Like, but see, the foreign audience that knows Denzel movies, they know Denzel's action movies.
Right.
Well, when Denzel just did, like, say, dramas or that type of stuff, well, in foreign countries, they have their own dramatic actors that speak their language, so they don't really need our dramatic actors or our comedians.
Right.
But we blow stuff up in the United States. We drive trucks off of bridges, and we do that kind of stuff, and that we do that better than anybody else in the world, and that's why our movies are exported in such a high demand, because of that action element.
Yeah, because it's easy overseas that they don't have to dub it. Because there's about 2 people in every country who dub all these movies. The less dubbing they have to do, the easier it is for the other countries to understand it.
Yeah, just looking at it, in a universal way. What do we need with another country's comedian speaking in another language? It doesn't translate here very well.
Right.
Or another country's dramatic actor. There's these Oscar equivalents in every other country that we don't really know of. Because we have our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I just think that's just universal. In China, why do they need our dramatic actors?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't. So, but they need our ass kickers. They need us blowing up stuff.
They do.
That's yeah.
How did Black Dynamite do overseas, by the way?
Did very well overseas. Even in France. I mean, it was in over 50 theaters in France, and people were going to the theaters dressed in 70s outfits, very much like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Ah, that's great.
Yeah, yeah.